What's going on, everybody? Mark back here with another movie review. Today, we're going to be reviewing a horror comedy called The Monkey. Now, The Monkey is pretty much a movie about these two twin brothers. They find a monkey that their father left behind. It's a drummer monkey. One of those wind up. It's a wind up monkey. So every time you wind it up, the monkey starts playing the drums. What they don't realize is that once the monkey's done playing, someone in the family gets killed, or somebody around them, somebody they know gets killed. So they play it. Nothing happens at first. So they're going to eat at the hibachi with their babysitter, and during the hibachi, the babysitter's throat gets sliced. And at that moment, they realize, was it the monkey? They're not sure what happened. So they come back. The mother gives them this whole speech. They have the mother. Their bond with their mother is really close. Their father's not in the. Their father's not in the picture. He plays in They have a scene in the beginning where the guy is he's trying to get rid of the monkey, and you assume that that's the dad. He turns out being the dad, but he's trying to get rid of it because he knows that the monkey is evil. And the pawn shop owner is like, doesn't seem nothing wrong with me, and he ends up getting the axe. So fast forward to where I was talking about, the mother is just telling him, hey, death is part of life, and it could be really good. I mean, you could be really subtle, or it could be really bad. That's the way life goes. Well, then you got the two brothers. The brothers, they do not like each other. They're twins. It's Bill and Hal. The movie's being told by Hal, and Bill is his older brother by 3 minutes. They are twins, and Bill is just picking on him constantly. Like it's not even a good just picking on him. He like hates his brother. They like hate each other, and it's a little part of the aspect of the movie I don't like. I understand brothers picking on each other, but this movie is just kind of it was a little over the top and not really my stilo. But you go back to it, they're always fighting with each other, always picking each other. They discover the monkey. They get the monkey. They say, hey, we're not gonna mess with it again. Well, one day, Bill gets his friends to throw a bunch of bananas at Hal. And he doesn't actually show it. It just shows them coming with all the bananas. And the next scene is Hal coming to the house full of just bananas and peels and everything. So he goes to the monkey, requesting that the monkey kill Bill, not knowing how it's going to turn out. Well, he winds it up and turns it. Sure enough, it ended up killing their mother. Bill's coming to the house from school, realizing he calls his mom's name, and his mom's not answering, and she looks at him, and the last drumstick hits the drum, and then boom, gives the mother an aneurysm, and she just drops dead right there in front of Bill. And Bill and Hal talk. Hal never admits to him that he's the one that turned it, that killed their mother, and they end up having to go live with their aunt. Well, their uncle is this. He tells them he's gonna do their best, but he tells them, hey, we're terrible at this. Our best might be terrible. Well, they decide to turn the monkey again. Sure enough, what happens? The uncle gets killed. So now just the aunt and the two boys. So the two boys get the monkey, and they end up they go throw it at the bottom of a well, hoping it never reappears. Even though they know eventually it's gonna reappear because they've tried burning it, they tried throwing it away, and it still appears back. Well, fast forward to the future, he goes to the aunt that raised the two boys. Somehow the monkey's back. Somebody has the monkey, turns it, and the aunt ends up getting killed. Well, the brothers have to come to the house for an estate, to check out the house. Somebody takes the monkey's there at the house, gets picked up by was it Rowan? I think his name is the guy that played Corey Cunningham in Halloween Ends. He has his character in it. He's kind of like, he has this weird wig all the way long, kind of like an emo type punk rock kind of guy, outsider. Pretty much the same character as Corey Cunningham, but a little bit darker and a little funnier in this movie. But he gets it. I believe, and we don't know what happens to it. All of a sudden, the whole town starts dying, and then half the town starts going out because somebody's just turning the knob, turning the knob. Well, then it goes to Hal. Hal has a son from his previous marriage. Doesn't really say what happened, but he goes to pick up. He only gets his son once a year because he knows that in his family, obviously he's bad luck. So he knows his family history. He's bad luck. He lies to his son, says he's the only child. When then he finds out he has an uncle through the lady putting on the state sale. So they go. They're trying to spend time together. That him and his son, they don't have a good relationship. He's trying, but it's not working out too well for him. So then finally, I'm just calling him Corey Cunningham. Sorry about that. Corey Cunningham just comes in his dad was a cop. He comes to his dad's uniform, kidnaps Hal and his son to take him to Bill's place because he's the one that took the monkey. Bill assigned Corey Cunningham to get the monkey and give it back to him, but Corey wants the monkey for himself. So he kidnaps Hal and his son to take him to his brother's place. Hal doesn't know where Bill lives. He doesn't know anything. So when he shows up, he's asking Corey. He's like, "Hey, what are you bringing me here for?" And he was like, "Quit acting like you don't know. You already know who lives here. It's your brother." And he was like, "Well." So Hal sends his son in to go see what's going on. And Hal ends up going into the house too. And Hal and his brother Hal and Bill reunite. And Bill tells Hal that he knew it was his whole time that he killed his mom. How he knew that he was the one. Like, he goes to the whole backstory. He knows it was him. And so for the rest of his life, he was going to hate him. He goes, he goes, "Because you killed my mom." And and Hal tells him, he was like, "I understand." He goes, "I get it completely." He goes, "She was my mom too." And they have a moment of reconciling. It was really good. I don't know, it's like awesome. They're about to, reconcile. They're about to have this whole family moment. Well, sure enough, the monkey got turned. And boom, there goes Bill's head. Bill's head just explodes. And you're like, "No!" I thought they were going to have a moment here. And, it just it's a sad moment. But at the same time, it's like, you knew one of them was going to die. It was going to happen eventually. So Hal ends up getting his son. They take off running. They take off leaving. They leave. And some weird guy on a horse comes off. I'm not really too sure what that was about. Maybe y'all could tell me down in the comments what was that supposed to be. But then it ends. They go dancing. So a part I missed, the mom would dance with the boys when everything bad had happened. And at the end of the movie, Hal tells his son, "Hey, you want to go dancing?" So they end up going dancing, and that's how the movie ends. Man, it was a bittersweet ending. Hal and his son got to stay together. But Bill does die. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it to the end. All in all, I thought this was it was a decent movie. It was surprisingly good. The cinematography was good. The atmosphere was good. There was the tint on the movie was weird, but it went with the movie. It was pretty dark, and the comedy hits for me. Like I said, I'm not a horror comedy guy, but when it comes to this movie, it really did hit for me. I really enjoyed it. The characters were great. The twins are actually played by the same character, so it's the same. It's one guy playing dual characters, but you're starting to see a lot more of lately. With the Sinners, with Michael B. Jordan in this movie. So it's a good movie. The gore was awesome on it. It was if you like gore, this is a movie for you. Perfect blend of horror comedy, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, man, my ranking for this movie is actually 8 out of 10. So let me know what y'all's is. Tell me if you've seen the movie. Let me know what you thought about it, down in the comment section. And hey, go ahead. Hey, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe also. And until next time, guys, this is Mark Ponce, over and out.